Hello and welcome to another episode of Tavern Watch Plays Daggerheart. We are playing today in the Motherboard setting, which is sort of post-apocalyptic, a lot of scavenged technology. And I am your GM, Liz. While saying all of this, I thought, I don't think I've been introducing myself. Well, we're going to live with it. So, I am going to introduce all of our players. Let's start with Phil.
Hello, I'm Phil. I am playing Laplace Cadmus, a Wanderborn Elf Warlock. I'm playing a Warlock in a setting that has no magic. How's that work? Don't ask questions.
I had to throw me for a loop with that one. It's great. We're having fun. And Matt?
Hi, I'm Ishvit. I'm a giant. I grew up with 7 dwarves. I was frozen in a tube. Everybody who I know and love is now frozen in tubes. I'm looking for a way to get them out of the tubes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm a giant. Sorry, did I not mention that? Yeah, I'm a giant.
Joan?
I'm playing Lithyen of Redcanyon, a Ridgeborn faun rogue who apparently has a cult after her. The same one that killed everyone she ever loved. But we're trying to be okay with that because we have something more important to worry about.
Okay, and Nick, would you introduce yourself and then tell us what's the story up to now?
Yes, my name is Nick, and I am playing Tavin, a human Orderborn Seraph who is also a spellcaster in a world that doesn't have magic, but we also don't ask questions. We just do. And Tavin, to help his calling as a healer, has replaced his real hands with metal hands. And that's how he does his seraphic abilities. And in the last session, as our group made their way through away from the Motherboard central spire, after speaking with the prophet, they were beset upon by hitmen who were hired by the Blind Eye cult, the cult that is after Lithyen, Joan's character. And after a short but interesting battle, we dispatched all of them, strung up the last remaining hitman, took his money, got some good information, and are now continuing with our original journey in accessing the Motherboard's main, panels to see what is going on. And we are currently at the bottom of a valley where we think there is an entrance.
So, yes, you're on the edge of a river that is flowing. The prophet told you that she believes the river is part of a natural cooling system for the Motherboard's machinery. So, yes, you're at the bottom of a kind of cliff. You've just gotten down. Most of you got down safely. And what does everyone want to do from here?
Well, the first thing that Lithyen is going to do is use her inspirational words ability to clear a hit point from her friend Ishvit from that fall.
Oh, thank you.
Basically, I tell you how cool you are, and it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes.
It was kind of embarrassing because, I grew up in mountains. Not supposed to fall off them. That's the first thing they tell you. Don't fall off the mountain, Ishvit.
Footholds that I was choosing because I knew that you were bigger than me.
Back when I was Irwin, before I changed my name because Irwin's a dwarf name, and nothing against my dad's, but I'm not a dwarf. I should have. They were always like, Irwin, don't fall off the mountain, and I that's like the first lesson, and I didn't. So I felt bad, but now I feel better. So thank you. I gotta braid my hair again. I start braiding my hair while we're walking now. I'm literally unbraiding and rebraiding my hair as we walk without a mirror, so that's pretty impressive.
So yeah, y'all are heading along the river to, you know what direction you are from the motherboard. Following the river. Anyone doing anything in particular while you are making this walk?
Braiding my hair, and also
Okay.
my two lower eyes are just focused on that. The top eye, the one in the middle of my forehead, is kind of looking around, just just sweeping it.
That sounds
Definitely watching, make sure
extremely.
we're not being followed again.
That sounds extremely confusing, having 3 eyes. Okay, so someone make me an instinct roll. I'm going to get used to that name eventually to see how well you're, to see what you see, frankly.
I'll roll it. We have, that's an 18, 2 9s.
Oh, well, that is a crit. So, you do get you get anything special on a crit? I mean, you gain your hope. Was there something else you get?
You gain
Am
a
I
hope and
remembering that?
you gain a hope and clear a stress. But
Okay,
Okay,
I don't
have
know if you have one. So you do gain a hope though, and you get a good look around you. You are pretty sure no one has followed you. You know, it'd be pretty obvious if someone else, tumbled down the cliff, or even not tumbled. You're good at spotting things in this sort of terrain. You would know if someone had come down behind you. And looking ahead along the river, you do notice something unusual, though. You notice places just inside the water, a couple places just outside the water, kind of piles of dirt that look odd. Look like burrows of some kind.
Like something that's been digging through it recently. What size are these burrows?
Oh, that's a really good question. Yeah, let's say a couple of feet in diameter.
That looks like it's not going to be comfortable for me.
I don't know that
So
we're
like
going in the
badger-
burrow.
It's like a badger-sized creature, perhaps.
Larger than a badger.
Well, I definitely point that out. I don't know what made those, but it isn't going to be friendly if it gets upset at us.
Well, we have no choice but to keep moving, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a way in, I hope. Because as Ishvit said, that's not going to be comfortable for anyone.
No.
I will say with that roll, in the distance, you see what looks like a wall that is not stone, something mechanical at the end of this.
I think that's probably more what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So are you are you
maybe
walking?
skirt around the burrows if we can.
So I would say everyone give me an agility roll or a finesse roll, or if you want to make a case for something else to sort of get around these things a little quietly, subtly.
Thanks.
Yeah, probably finesse is the best one, but I think a case could be made for agility, just maneuvering around.
19 with fear.
11.
Okay,
with
19. You gain a hope, but you are not as quiet as you want. You kind of stumble. What about the rest of you?
19 with
7.
fear.
Yes, you were good.
7 with hope.
So you gain a hope, but you were walking. You were walking together, and when Phil, what is your character's name? I keep forgetting.
Laplace.
Laplace. You were walking, next to Laplace, and when he stumbles, you try to catch him, but you also stumble. So you were making a little more noise than you wanted to. And what about you, Ishvit?
19 hope.
Okay, so you gain a hope, and we've got half and half here. So you continue on, but as you continue down the way, behind you, coming out of the ground, is a large metallic snake covered in metal panels that swirl around it like they're rotating on some internal axis. And it's sort of spinning, looking around, and need to see what's this disturbance, what was this noise. And it does clock you. It is going to turn towards you on and turn towards you all and make a trample attack. Wait, I have the wrong thing in front of me. It's going to turn towards you all and do a spinning attack. And I am going to say that LaPlatte and Tavin are close enough that they are going to be hit, but I will let the other two of you decide how close you were to these guys. Like, are you very close to them, or were you ahead of them?
I mean, we're probably ahead because we rolled better.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So it's good. So it rolled extremely badly. That's a 2 on the dice. That's not going to hit anybody. So it comes and rushes towards you, coming up out of the ground and spinning around with the plates on its body, sort of coming out in sort of a wild spin. But the two of you, you see it coming, and you sort of scatter out of the way in each direction, and it doesn't catch either of you. And I'm going to say that now everyone here will have a chance to act. Who would like to deal with this first?
I'll go. I think. So, how big is this snake? I know we know the size of the burrows, but like in relation to us,
it's like 20 feet long and a couple of feet around. It's pretty large.
Okay. So Tavin is going to take flight.
Okay.
And he is going to use his Iconis to basically, he's going to fly and try and strike it in the head.
Okay.
And then I have a foundation feature that relies on if I make a successful attack. So.
Okay.
That is going to be a 21 with hope.
That is plenty. Yes, you hit it. So what do you do from there?
Okay, so I will use that hope that I just got and spend and add as part of my foundation feature for Wings of Light. I can spend, in this case, Wings of Metal, spend a hope to deal an extra 1d8 damage on a successful attack. So that is, my original roll is a 1d10 plus 2, and then I'll add a d8 roll on top of that. So the d10 roll is 8 plus 2, which is 10, and then the d8 is, I add 6 on that, so 16.
Okay, that you swing at it. Yes, is this like a melee attack or like a laser beam?
He uses his Iconis, and as he's flying up, just swings sideways, and the rod makes contact with the side of the snake's head.
Okay, and as you do it, the snake kind of crumples down towards the ground. A couple of the metal plates surrounding its body fly off and hit the ground. You've injured it very badly. But as you, I think I'm reading this correctly. No, never mind. That is it. So yes, it looks very badly hurt. You have given it a good hit. So
yay! Who's next?
Yeah, that's the question.
I'm gonna jump at it. I'm almost gonna jump like on it, but using my thorn grips on bludgeoning mode. Okay, that is 25 with hope.
Okay, that definitely hits. So what are you doing from there?
Okay, so damage is 10 for that, and then I'm going to I'm going to mark a stress.
I'm going to stop you right there. Stop you before you do that. 10 is enough to put it out. So how do you knock this thing out? If you want to kill it, you can do that too.
Yeah, so I jump in there, I hit it with my things, and then I kick it off the ledge with a great mighty goat kick. And it
okay, so you give it a good kick. You've taken a couple more armor plates off of its head, and its eyes, which were lit up with pale blue light go dark, and it crumples down into the water, which starts pushing it slowly down the river.
All right. Hopefully
So,
there aren't
yeah,
any of those.
Tim's gonna land, and has anything else reacted to our little scuffle? Any noticeable shift in the landscape?
Not that you have seen. You glance around, and other than this little conflict, you haven't seen anything else propping its head up. There doesn't seem to be any wildlife down here, except for that guy. Maybe the wildlife was scared of that guy. But it's otherwise quiet. It's gotten very quiet once you defeated that, and there's no sound except for the rushing water.
Tim's just turn and look to the group, and I don't want to wait and find out if there's anything worse than this.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait and see if there's more of them hiding in those. Let's boogie. Let's mosey.
Yeah, let's continue down the river.
So you carry down the river, which ends in a flat metallic wall made of and you do recognize this after being in the Motherboard's presence. It's like a silver metal with streaks down it that blocks the rest of the river. And there is a hatch of some kind up on the ground. And I will say there's also, below the water, there's grates of some kind letting water in. But there's also some kind of hatch that is up on land.
Well, I don't think any of us.
How hard is it to reach it?
To reach the hatch?
Yeah.
I'd say it's at ground level.
Okay.
And it's not hidden. There may be some overgrowth around it, but it's obviously there. Certainly the Motherboard has been here for as long as anyone has tracked history. And down here, no one's been down here to maintain it. And certainly with this water here, there's a lot of greenery popping up at the base of this canyon where the water is here to sustain it, and vines that have grown up the side of this structure. But it's visible. It's not hiding. You can definitely see the lines of some sort of hatch.
Alright, you sciencey people would know more how to get past this than me.
Do you want to check for traps? Or an alarm?
Classic D&D move.
Perfect, yes. I was actually going to try and make some kind of roll to figure out what the opening mechanism is, but I wanted to use one of my
okay.
Where I can spend a favor instead of a hope like you would for an experience, but in return they're slightly strong.
Okay.
In this case, my patron gives me a boon called No Path Remains Closed.
Oh, that's a good one.
What kind of roll is this like a...
I will let you roll instinct if you would like to perceive it, or knowledge if you would prefer to use what you know about technology of this sort with the help of your patron.
About 6 of one, half dozen of the other, because they're both a +1 for me. I like the flavor of the knowledge one more, so I'm going to do that. So I'm rolling and adding a plus total of... And I've spent my one. Okay, so that is a... Let's see. 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 13 with...
Okay, so you look at this hatch, and you've seen others like this in your travels. It has kind of a standard opening mechanism that, as long as it's powered up, it should be easy enough to open it. It doesn't seem strange. It seems like the technology you've seen everywhere else. It kind of feels like the entry into the Motherboard would be something different, something exciting, but this seems very ordinary.
This seems like the right place, but at the same time, this seems a little too easy. It seems like anybody should have been able to stumble across this. So maybe if there is an actual entrance, it lies further. Either way, it doesn't seem like it would be very hard to get in.
As you are inspecting this, I have a spin to fear, and another one of those worms springs up behind you.
Too easy indeed.
It's so easy to get into these places. It's going to try and make a spinning attack at everyone again. It did such a great job last time. Well, the other one did such a great job last time.
It worked so well.
That is a spinning attack is an an AoE to anyone within very close range. So kind of anyone up there inspecting the door. It's coming right up. That is a 15 to hit.
I'm going to spend 3 hope. Would you like to spend another fear? If not, that does not hit me.
No, okay.
So that is my patron's protection class feature. My class's hope feature, which on a successful attack I can spend 3 hope. If I do, you must spend a fear to make it hit. Laplace?
No, I'm going to let your power stand for itself. So yes,
know your fear away.
Tell me how you get out of the way of this thing.
I don't think he does. I think this is definitely incoming over him, and then it's like a momentary like shimmering barrier like coalesces in front of Laplace. It's kind of a shimmering green and gold color. And it's just there, and it's like it deflects the snake away from him.
Okay, so yeah, it comes up spinning, and it just deflects off of you. But anyone who would have been near the door would also be part of this attack. So if you want to stay...
Tavin's right there. And
okay,
if it bounces off of Laplace, it definitely probably ricochets towards Tavin, so...
It's a 15 to hit, so it's what your evasion is. Oh yeah, Seraphs do not have great evasion.
For evasion rolls?
Meets it, beats it. So Tavin, it does hit you. That is... I swear I hit a d6 sitting in front of me like a second ago. Oh, there they are. That is 6 points of damage. As it's metallic spines. I don't know what your threshold is offhand.
It's 613.
Okay, so that is going to... if it's the same, it beats it.
Okay, so that's into major damage, so that's 2 HP.
And you can spend an armor if you want to reduce that by 1 threshold. So just remember that.
Yeah, I think I'll spend one of my 3, so it'll be 1 HP.
Okay.
Is that the same damage for all of us?
Anyone who's hit by that 15.
I will also mark an armor and a hit.
Okay. And Ishvit, were you up at the door with everyone else? I have not heard Matt talk in a few minutes. So
I'm here.
Okay, were you up at the door with everyone else? Because if so, you would be in range of this attack. But if you want to say that your character was further afield, that's okay.
What's the range on the attack?
It's very close, so it's kind of coming up right at the door where everyone was standing.
Okay, my attack range is also very close.
Okay, but it was attacking you, so I need to know if it.
I'm saying I would have been up there.
Okay, so that was a 15 to hit.
Okay, 15 is going to hit because my evasion's only 12.
And that was 6 damage.
Okay, so that's below my first threshold. So I take a hit point.
That's 1 hit point, yes.
I'll use armor.
Yeah.
So yeah, it hit me. I kind of I side shrug it a little, let the armor take it. I'm wearing leather.
And the other thing, as it hits you, anyone it hit has to mark an additional armor slot as its metallic armor plating on it slashes at you.
Oh.
So if you're using, sorry, I should have mentioned that first. I didn't have the feature up in front of me. If you're marking an armor slot to reduce damage, still fine, but you have to mark an additional one that does not provide additional benefit, as the sharp armor plating slashes through whatever armor you're wearing. So it moves to all of you. What do you want to do?
First, I'm going to spend 3 hope to activate Rogue's Dodge and gain a +2 bonus to my evasion.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit it with my Thorn Grips, if I can.
Okay.
Okay, we have 21 with hope.
Okay, you gain a hope, and that definitely hits.
Okay, and that is 5 damage.
Okay.
And now I'm going to mark a stress to use my Caprine Leap to kick it. Is it Caprine Leap? Is it called something else? No, it's just called Kick.
Okay.
Okay, so I think it's 2d6. Yeah, okay. So that is an extra 7 damage, and I am knocking it back to very close range.
Okay, so you give it just this powerful kick, and it staggers backwards. You've definitely heard it. And you have knocked some of that armor plating off again. Not as much as you got the first one with, but it took a good hit. So yes, who wants to go next?
I'll go. Well, I should make the attack first to see.
Yeah, you do. You do at some point have to make an attack if you want to attack it.
Yeah, it ripped my armor.
Keen with hope.
Oh, he just said. I guess he's attacking.
Oh, sorry. No, I think my headset must have reached out. Go ahead, Matt.
Okay. All right. 6 and an 8. So
Okay.
that's 14 plus 2 is 16. So yeah, that's 16 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, I'm going to spend a hope.
And was that with hope or fear?
It was with hope. Sorry.
Okay, then you also gain a hope.
Okay, I'm going to spend a hope right now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is forceful push. I should have said that. That's my bad. So yeah, I'm going to add a d6. So this. Did I already tell you the damage? I'm sorry, my brain is all over the place.
You did not tell me any damage. So
okay, sorry. Okay. Well, that's 10 plus 2, so 12 plus 4 is 16 damage. And since it was a success with hope, and I'm going to spend that hope to make it vulnerable. I assume I can't shove it back because it's like a door. So I'm assuming I can't just make it go back.
I mean, you could push it back. You could push it further back down the river, away from you.
Okay, then I'll do that. Push it down from being very close. It's now out at close.
Okay.
It gets that damage, and I spent a hope to make it temporarily vulnerable. So now, all attacks on it have advantage.
It looks extremely wounded. You've knocked a hole with that blow. You've knocked quite a few more of the armor panels off of it. So, Nick, what does Tavin want to do?
Gonna reorient himself after getting hit and point his Iconis and shoot another bolt beacon at the worm.
Okay.
And originally I had rolled a 14 with hope, but that was before the advantage, so can I just add advantage to that?
Yeah, just add advantage. That's a d6.
Okay, that was a terrible roll. That's going to be 16 plus
That is still enough to hit it.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's 2d8 plus 2 tech damage.
Okay.
That is 6 total tech damage, and it's already vulnerable, so
how long do your vulnerable last, and does that matter?
It has to be cleared, so I guess some specific action.
Okay, mine only goes for a round, so yours is better. So wouldn't that overwhelm it?
Except the thing is, it is deceased. You have killed it. Do you want to say how you're really going well with this snake killing action?
I guess this bolt goes through one of the panels that got knocked off, and he just rips through the circuitry, bringing it down.
Yes, and it crumples on the ground. Some of its armor panels smashed, some of it missing, revealing an inner core of wires and complicated machinery. So yes, you now have the robotic corpse of a giant snake, and you remain in front of this hatch.
Are we supposed to scrap it? Like, there's a thing where you can get scrap off of machines like
you
this?
You can collect scrap from machines if you so desire.
Yeah, I feel like I would do that. Like, I'm going to pick up one of the panel things and just, yay, scrap.
So we each roll whatever dice size Liz determines. The result of the die is compared to the associated scrap category table, whether rating shards, metals, or
Yeah, I have to find the table now. Roll a d8 for this. Anyone who wants to collect this, the scrap from this guy.
I got a 7.
3.
5.
1.
Falls 2 values. So have a piece of cobalt.
Yes, you are collecting different metals. I'll say they're metal plates made of different materials that make up the body of this. So remind me again what your roll was. One at a time, please. Let's start with Joan.
1.
Okay, you collect an aluminum panel off of this thing.
I had a 5.
Okay, that is indeed a piece of cobalt.
I had a 3.
That's copper.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
kind of the scales of the snake are all sorts of different materials and colors layered atop each other. And
7.
A 7. That is a panel made of platinum.
This is very shiny.
This is an exceptionally shiny snake.
It's a little
brown enough, so it could have some like corrosion.
This snake is in addition to trying to kill
scraped
you.
up. It's a little scratched up.
In addition to trying to kill us, this snake is also extremely colorful.
I will say that all of you get two of these panels of the kind specified. So you can add that to your inventory where it will sit. I don't know what we're going to do with that.
I can always make a profit selling copper.
For another augment, we've got another slot each.
Tavin's distracted now, ripping copper wiring out of remnants.
Yeah.
In a longer campaign, we could either sell these for quantum or turn them add-ons for our icon. Here, it's mostly just so players get a taste of the mechanics. I didn't forget you, players.
Sweet dopamine.
It's loot! Exciting loot.
Sweet, sweet loot.
I kind of really like how the loot works in this motherboard setting.
Yeah, it's a little unusual because most of the weapons are bonded to the thing that has them, so some of the standard weaponry just doesn't quite exist.
Yeah.
So, it's different. It's different. So what is everyone doing? The body of a second snake is now behind you, but you have proven to be extremely proficient snake killers.
We should try to get through this door before another snake pops out.
Yeah.
Trap. Who cares about a trap? Just get inside before we get killed.
The trap is just going to be another snake.
The trap is more snakes, yeah. There's snakes inside. No.
I will say you examined this door, and it was not complicated. It was standard technology that you were familiar with. You can just open it.
It's not a D&D style game if we aren't at a door overcomplicating getting inside. I'm gonna open this hatch and lead the way.
Yes, and it opens as you would expect a hatch to open, and in you go. Is everyone going in? I suppose I should ask. Anyone wants to stay out here?
Oop.
I'm definitely going in.
Creakily and noisily. That's how I expect hatches to open in the future. Ominously. Exactly. Joan's picking up on it.
Because it's metal, it's got a thud.
So in you go. Once you're inside, you're in a large chamber. On each side you can still hear the rushing of water going through the chamber, but you can't see it from here. Towards your left-hand side, where the river was running, there are tall panels, kind of thick columns that go up and down. You don't see where they end in either direction. And on the other side of the room, there are panels along the walls that are lit up, but the light is kind of staticky, flashing. It comes and goes in sort of pale blues and reds. And that's the only thing that lights this chamber, is this sort of staticky, flickering light. Everything around you is made of the sort of metals that you're familiar with, but unlike all the metal buildings, the buildings that scatter the wasteland, this is clean and pristine inside. There's no corrosion, nothing growing out of here. Looks perfect in a way you've never seen machinery like this look, except for the spattering from the displays.
Yeah, that makes me wonder what keeps them clean.
Maybe it's
I hope we don't meet it.
The door has... Once you came in, the door did close behind you automatically with a little hiss.
Oh.
Well, that's not ominous.
Great.
Probably fine.
Is there any other exit from this room we found ourselves in?
I mean, it continues onward in a long... It's a wide room, but it's a long corridor just with these kind of long panels going up and down on your left.
Before we continue, who is currently injured or has had a hit point on
I
them?
am definitely injured.
Okay.
My armor is gone.
I want to spend. I want to use one of my other abilities, Mending Touch, and spend 2 hope to clear a hit point or stress from Lithyen.
I'll take the hit point. My stress is only down 1.
And Lithyen, I know that you hate the technological aspect. Unfortunately, the hands have to do the thing. They splinter to different. The 5 fingers become 10, and now they are working on healing parts of your body.
Yeah, I'll just shut my eyes.
It's like that
a
opening
bit-
message of Mass
it's not
Effect
too bad.
2.
At least that's not inside my back like the other thing is.
I'll make a note. Tavin is being as gentle as he can.
Mm-hmm.
So in here, you hear that same hum like you would hear, like you heard outside. It's louder in here. It's at the moment, it's a constant.
Can I make an ability roll to try and tune in?
Sure.
With
How
the
are you going to do this? Are you
instinct?
tuning in to the sound? Are you trying to use some of the technology here?
Is there a way I can connect my network tether to something? I know that's the wires overhead in the city, but is there like another access port inside this?
You can certainly try. There are banks of panels along the walls that do seem like they might be control panels of some kind. But yeah, give me a roll. Give me a knowledge roll to see if you can
certainly try, which is the DM's
figure this
greatest
out.
dare. Ooh, yeah. That is a 13 with fear. Sorry, a 14 with fear. I didn't add the 1. 14 with fear.
I am afraid the DC was 15 on that one. So you fiddle with this panel. It seems like you would be able to do something, but it's just maybe the panel, maybe it's not working. There's kind of maybe something like a data port you could work, but you can't get it to work.
Fiddlesticks. Okay. I put the network tether away.
As you continue down the corridor, you do see there are ladders leading upwards to hatches overhead, kind of along the wall. There's a ladder going upwards. There's also another hatch at the far end of the room.
So I don't have any opinions on which way to go, but I do want to say that I'm going to listen for the pitch of the hum that it's making, and if I hear a change in that, I want to study what the lights are doing at that.
Okay.
It's just a thing I'm paying attention.
So make an insight roll or a knowledge roll, and we'll see how well you are keeping up with that.
Oh, that's not great. We have insight or instinct?
Instinct.
Okay, so 4 with hope.
Not good. You're listening to the sound and you think it's kind of going up and down, just maybe a little. But the lights, it seems to be like a random. You aren't making a connection there. It seems like it's flashing randomly, no matter how the sound is
too alien for me.
My blueprint's out of brain, so there's definitely a puzzle, obviously. I want to.
Where should we go?
So the ladders that go up, are there like hatches at the top of the ladders?
There are hatches at the top, yes.
Just kind of pick one arbitrarily. Just go up and test the hatch on the roll of die. Third one we find.
Okay, you continue down the corridor and watching these hatches and just, I'll try this one. You climb up.
Chalk the ones we checked.
And up there, the hatch opens. It's just, this is like any other ancient technology you found. It's not.
Yeah, what am I seeing over here? I have a flashlight. That would probably help since that other one down there.
Okay, yeah, that will help.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop out a flashlight and take a look at what I've poked my head into.
You come up here into what looks like there is some dim lighting, but it's similar. It flickers on and off. There are a bunch of workbenches up here with machinery on them, but none of them are machinery. I mean, like robotic arms and components, like things that were perhaps meant to build things, but none of them are doing anything. It's a fairly large room, maybe half a dozen workbenches that are set up to do something.
Are there like spare parts lying around them, or does it look like it's cleaned up after the last work order?
There are lots of spare parts lying around, and if all of y'all are going up, anyone can make me I'm gonna learn this eventually. Anyone can make me an instinct roll or a knowledge roll to look around and see what you see.
I'm gonna. So, let's see. 11 on the hope, plus 15.
Okay, so you look around. You do think this is like a workshop for constructing machines or robotics? It's
are we talking like a place for building remnants, or like a place for building like robot hand?
like, I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure how much difference there would be between these things, but you do think this is a place for building remnants. Most of the tables are like modest size. This does not seem like a facility in which you would build giant robotic snakes.
Oh, good.
As you look around investigating the room, there are a couple of robots in here that are smashed. There have a couple of the panels have wires ripped out of them. Some of the robotic arms on the work tables are torn off and on the floor.
Do the other hatches? So like we passed several ladders with hatches. Does it look like those came up to this room also? Is this kind of running parallel up here, or did I just happen to find the workroom?
I will say yes. They're running parallel up into this room.
Okay. Smashed. So it looks like something like disabled these built remnants violently.
Yeah.
Does anything in this room that we can see look like it could end a remnant's life violently? Besides us.
Could what?
Is there anything here? Is there anything in here that could do violence to a robot? I guess besides us, which we've already proven.
You don't see anything moving. There are some sparks still coming off of some of the equipment, but okay. I will also say you don't think this happened like an hour ago. You think this happened long ago, but there's still the room still has power, and sometimes that results in like flickers on screens or sparks from machinery, but it's not. You haven't walked in on a. You don't think you've walked in on a battle that just happened.
How far apart
is it? Just the robots that are disabled, or also the machinery is broken?
Both, but it's scattered. It's not. Some of them look okay. It's not everything torn up, but there's wreckage in this room. Something came through here.
Does it look like the wreckage is in a clear path, or just all over the place?
It's scattered. There's not. Okay. You don't see like a specific. It's not like, oh, we need to destroy this one specific panel. It's scattered all over the place.
Keep moving.
Yeah, I think unless there's some scrap, I think other than that, maybe let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If anyone wants to pick up some scrap, you can do that.
Might as well. I don't think I can.
Roll me a D10.
D10.
Anyone who wants to sort of scavenge and pick things up.
I don't even have one of those out. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's these scrap tables.
Well,
3.
A 3. You pick up a piece of a circuit board that appears to still have some circuitry on it.
Ooh, I'll lean over and point. See that shiny stuff on there? That part's cool.
Wow, you're gonna have to eat a lot more to make a fiddle.
Oh yeah, tons. I don't even know how you would make a whole fiddle out. You'd have to melt down so many remnants. I rolled a 10.
That you pick a battery out of a smashed remnant on the floor.
Dak, you're coming here.
I rolled a 9.
That's a capacitor that is that you pull also out of the body of that same remnant.
So tiny. He's picking up one cap. Wow.
8 for Lithyen.
That is a relay. I don't know how to describe that. It's a use your imagination. It's a bit of technology.
It's a tiny little man running and handing a baton to another tiny little man.
In an oval.
So your youth, did you ever watch television?
I know. My dads would tell me things.
Shows and your thing.
Dads would just tell me stuff.
Whether Ishvit's
there were 7 dads, and each dad would do a different voice, and they'd kind of trade the stories off to each other, and sometimes they would start arguing about what actually happened. But I tried to convince them that we should maybe like we could do a bone throw to like figure out what actually happened. They didn't like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. A
It's more
bone?
fun
A
to
bone
argue
throw?
Hey, you grab a bunch of bones and you throw them, and then if the bones are like all like the same part up, that's a good, and if they're not, it's bad.
Oh, okay. So it's just the same bone. Huh. Okay.
All right, so where are we going next?
As you are sitting in here talking, a door opens on the far end of the chamber, and a machine, it's perfectly round, rolls inside.
This is either going to be my best friend ever, or I'm going to be so disappointed and I have to smash it.
Thinking the same thing.
And
I'm gonna duck behind a something that's large enough to hide me and see if I can gain.
I start looking behind me. Hey, listen, what are you doing?
Status.
Please don't have the
yeah,
for
roll finesse to see how well you hide.
It's 18 with fear.
Okay, it's you are hidden out of sight. Is anyone else trying to hide, or are we waiting to see what happens?
Is the orb just kind of
Yeah.
rolling through?
I'm waiting to see what happens.
It rolled through the door, and then it stopped, and then it makes a high-pitched squealing noise and rolls back the way.
Oh God!
Oh, that wasn't what I wanted.
Oh.
It's not how we become friends.
Oh, so let's go get it. Maybe you can make friends. You should probably chase after the sphere.
And this is where Tavin tells Ishvit, now is a really good time to be eager. Let's get this ball.
Okay, I start running after the ball. In fact,
Don't hurt
no.
it. Might have friends.
I can't use that. That's a combat thing. All right, never mind. I'm just running after the robot ball.
Let's go.
Okay, it is modestly speedy, but it's not gonna outrun a giant who is actually trying to run. So out here, it's in a corridor, and you go after it, and along the corridor, if anyone else is following along with this, along the corridor there are doors that have been leading farther into the facility that have been ripped up. There are more flickering panels. This whole place is in a state of very poor repair. The ball keeps rolling, and what are you doing? It's making these kind of little screechy
How
sounds.
large is the robot ball?
It's not large. I mean, I'm gonna go back to my standard apparently and say it's about 2 feet in diameter. It's big, but it's not giant. Certainly not on your scale.
If I can catch up to it, I'm going to try to grab it and pick it up.
Okay, you catch up to it, and you are very large and strong. You can definitely grab it and pick it up. It continues. It makes a higher pitched shrieking noise at this point, and it's still trying to roll.
I think it is.
Like, how does it roll?
But
Like, does it have rotating plates? How does this thing roll? Like, I'm trying to figure out like how it's going forward.
Gravity center in the middle that spins.
make a knowledge roll for me.
Oh, this should be
I
fun.
mean, anyone who wants to examine this can.
Yeah, I'm
This is
going
beyond
to
me.
examine.
I'm not going to make a separate roll. I'm just going to spend a knowledge. I'm going to spend a hope to attempt to help Ishvit
Okay,
make
so
a
you
knowledge
get-
roll.
You get
don't bother.
a d6.
No, it doesn't need. I don't need it. I rolled 2 2s.
Perfect.
So it was like 2 with
Well, yeah.
on my fear
Said
die, and then I
epiphany.
rolled the next one, and it's another 2. So yeah,
Okay, so you look at this thing, and it does. It's made. The snake was a bunch of shifting plates interlocking. This is similar in that they're a whole lot of very, very small plates interlaced on it, and each plate seems to move individually to push it along and to let it go in any direction. And its plates are like shifting, making very slight movements. But frankly, to you, it just kind of tickles.
please stop doing that. The yelling, please, little robot guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please stop.
I don't think it understands you.
I hold it out to Laplace. I hold it out to you. Can you make him stop yelling and tell him his name is Shiny Ball?
If it doesn't understand you, it's not going to understand me.
Can't you ask your girlfriend or whatever?
Excuse you?
It's called a patron.
I don't know. Aren't you dating her? What
No.
gives you? Oh, then what are you? Are you just like friends with benefits? What's going on?
Oh my god. I'm not explaining this to you right now.
Or she won't help you thaw out my dad's. She won't help you find any other giants, so I can at least know somebody who's a giant besides myself. And now she won't even help you let me make a robot friend.
We passed at least 3 giants in the city up there. Did you not see them?
No?
Oh,
There were giants
wow.
there?
Oh wow. I guess you were distracted. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
I'll try and talk to this ball. I'm going to use a favor to attempt to use my momentary mastery of code boon to try and talk to this ball, and please tell it to calm the heck down. I'm guessing this is presence because I'm trying to persuade the ball.
I will allow you to use knowledge if you would prefer.
No, I would rather use presence.
Okay.
Much like in D&D, this is a charisma-based. Alright, so 2d12 plus 3 plus 2. Alright, so that is a 12 on the fear die and 11 on the hope die, so a 23 plus 5, a 28 with fear. As Laplace momentarily speaks what sounds like a machine noise at this thing.
The AOL.
It's the fact.
Yes, that's exactly the noise I'm picturing. Is like a combination between like the Reaper noise from Mass Effect and like a dial-up modem.
Okay, yes, that is more than enough to this thing immediately stops moving and stops, screeching. It's a big plus. That's a big plus.
Oh, good.
What are you trying to say to it other than calm down?
I think I'm just trying to convince it that we're friends and that if it's trying to, there's no need to alert anybody to our presence. We mean no harm. We come in peace, basically.
Okay, and can this thing talk? I mean, it's
I mean, make a screaming noise. So
yeah, it can make screaming noises. I'm going to say with that roll, you at least have a temporary bout of understanding, and it says friend. Everyone else just hears like a weird screeching noise.
Okay. I'll what ails you? Do you know what's wrong down here?
Everything wrong.
Okay, well, something specific, something actionable. Come on, action items.
Yeah, how do we fix it?
It starts listing off just an extremely. It just keeps going with different things like. You saw the robots that weren't working in there and the panels that weren't working, and it's just going down a list of things that have been damaged and need fixing. It's a very
wow. It's an overwhelming amount of problems.
It's an overwhelming amount of problems, and it goes through this list for a while, and then it says stuck in reboot cycle. It's not a sophisticated communication machine. But it is...
So something is restarting over and over.
Can't fix! Too many things broken!
Can you lead us to whatever's restarting?
Friends help?
Friends try to help.
Friends help!
Okay.
It's kind of trying to bounce a little, but you're still holding
yeah,
on to it.
I'll kind of clear my throat so I can attempt to speak the common tongue again. He sounds a little hoarse. Ishvit, put the ball down. It's going to take us to what...
And he knows he's Shiny Bot now. That's his name.
Yes.
Shiny Robot Ball. He knows that? Okay, good. Okay, Shiny Robot
she
Ball.
Says you're
I'm putting
Shiny
you down.
Robot Ball. I'll indicate Ishvit. I'm like, whenever she says Shiny Robot Ball, she means you.
Friend!
I put them down on the ground.
And it rolls at its highest little rolling speed down this corridor.
Follow it.
Wow, so far I'm getting a lot of exercise with this guy.
It's not a problem to keep up with it. It's doing its best, okay? But it's just a little robot.
Aren't we all?
This is a really big machine. So yes, off it races down this corridor. As you follow it, there's the signs of more just destruction, destroyed robots, destroyed paneling, ripped out wires, and it eventually brings you to what is a large round room that has a large control panel in the middle. It's you've gone up a couple of flights of stairs to get here, which it gets up like its little plating sort of rolls, like it just sort of rolls up the stair. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's like it sort of deforms to get up the next stair, and it just keeps doing that.
Man, that's weird ball.
Oh, wow.
Lithyen just watches it, fascinated.
Okay.
And yes, so it's this large circular control room of some kind with, and none of you have seen technology quite like this. This is, there's a lot of ruins, maybe a thing, when you'll find a ruin, there's maybe an item or two that looks functional or partially functional, but finding a space like this, and you've kind of been led into the heart of this facility. So it bounces on the ground. Friend, help! Friend, help! And in here, the humming noise is louder, and it's making that, like, up and down, kind of, that gets louder for a while, and then drops to nothing again.
So I'm going to kind of gesture around and I'll say, whatever is the issue. Our ball friend says, shiny ball friend, says it's in here, and that something keeps, verify with it, rebooting?
It bounces in response.
Yeah, it sounds like something starting and stopping. That, I kind of listen to the pattern of the sound. I'm like, that makes sense if something is cycling.
So, I mean, who here is going to be experienced with machinery? I'm assuming not Lithyen, but...
Can we just take off the boot?
I grew up with a bunch of dwarves. I grew up with a bunch of dwarves who were really into technology, but I didn't really study it that much. So I know that it exists, but I'm not like I'm like most humans living alive right now who, if their refrigerator has a problem, they're like, oh, the refrigerator has a problem. They can't fix it.
It's making some kind of dumb noise. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this probably either falls to Tavin. I do have my background as a pilgrim of the spire. Guess I could try to get spiritual, but I am out of favor, so need to have a rest for me to be able to contact my patron.
I think between the two of us, rolling like support or using help to give advantage would probably be enough, or have enough experience to figure out what's going on.
I do want to use one of my other features though to attempt to give myself even give myself the foundation to be able to do this. Hey, Liz. Once per session, I can spend a hope to reach into my backpack and pull out a mundane item that's useful to my situation. What kind of item?
Okay, yeah,
what kind of item do I pull out that's helpful for this situation?
Oh wow. I have to come up with an item that's helpful for this situation?
I have to work with you. I'm thinking almost like a manual, maybe, which I don't understand all the words, but I've seen like a diagram of this, and there's pictures I can try to follow, but maybe I don't understand the jargon, so I'm basically just trying to interpret from like essentially, pictograms. Is what it would amount to
like
for
a
me.
Star Trek data pad.
Yeah,
I keep thinking of like if you take your car into a mechanic nowadays, they don't know what's wrong with it.
Oh, like the thing they hook to it. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can pull one of those.
That's a good idea.
Like what is wrong with this thing device?
Yeah, I wish they had one for computers.
Computers just aren't that simple.
Well, it can be. But anyway, yeah, so I'm thinking like something like that to even because as it is right now, I don't even know if I would have the starting place to be able to attempt to stop the power cycling, essentially. But I want to pull out whatever mundane item this is.
Well, it's probably not too mundane, but you've been scavenging a lot you've been scavenging before, looking into ancient technology to try and figure out the deal with your patron or to help her. And you have picked up, it's like a tablet with some wiring on it, and the wiring can typically connect to other machines, ancient machines, if they have power, and communicate information, though you don't always understand it. I will say you can, due to your role earlier, you can continue to communicate with the ball for the duration.
Okay. So I'll pull this tablet out and I'll show it the connector on the other end, and I'll say, do you know is there a port like this somewhere indicating the control?
Okay, it rolls around to the side and sort of partially under the panel and sort of bounces up and down, up kind of knocking the panel with its head. Doesn't really have a head, but you know what I mean.
It's all head. I'll say, go Haro, find me a USB-C port.
Hello.
Perfect.
So it bounces, and you can go down there, and there are a variety of ports there, and you fiddle with them, and one of them does fit.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get a readout on whatever this thing is, and then we'll see if I understand what any of that means. Bloop.
So as you plug it in, your tablet powers up. I think it's probably powered by whatever it's plugged into. That's where it's drawing its information. You haven't gotten it to work very often because finding a powered up ancient terminal is not common. And in this room, the lights are steady on the terminals. This did not get as damaged as the rest of the facility that you walked through. What would this tell you? So you are going through the logs on this machine, and you scrolling backward, looking at error logs. You think it's just a whole long list. You can recognize date codes. Does someone, if everyone wants to look at this and make a knowledge roll, you can.
All right.
Tavin and Laplace, you have advantage on this roll because you do have some familiarity with technology.
I was going to say, do we want to make this like a group roll maybe?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll volunteer to lead that one.
Okay.
Everybody describes how they collaborate. I make an action roll as usual, and everyone else makes a reaction roll using whichever traits they and the GM decides is best. I get a +1 for each reaction roll that succeeds, and a -1 for each one that fails. So I guess everyone yeah.
I will say you can use knowledge. You could use instinct to maybe perceive things that look unusual or out of place. You could use finesse if you want to look at the mechanics here, and maybe you see a wire and you're manipulating it.
I'll hold wires in place. Tell me where to put them.
Now that Laplace's tablet has a actual power source, I'm just gonna stick one of my fingers towards the top of it and use it to interface with a part of the tablet, and that's how I'm gonna help.
I'm just remembering when I would watch Megadic, who is the oldest of the 7 doors, when he would be trying to open doors or trying to get the technology in the mind to respond, which sometimes it would and sometimes it wouldn't. And basically I'm just basically going, okay, I remember he'd do this, and I'd remember he'd take the circle with the squiggly line behind it and take that over to the ground, because there's a ground symbol in code, and that's just what I'm doing. So
okay,
so
I'm going to go with instinct, I guess. All right, I got a 9 on the fear die and a 6 on the hope die, so that's 15 plus 2, so that's 17.
Okay,
with fear.
That's
that's
good enough.
Reaction rolls actually don't generate fear or hope, so
okay.
This will just be forgetting the number and making sure it beats whatever.
25 with hope.
That's good.
Hope in place.
14 or 15, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking 15 is the DC on this.
Okay, so I'm looking at a +3 +1 for my knowledge. All right, so I have a 15 on the hope and 1 on the fear, so 16 + 4, 20 with.
Okay, yeah, that is enough. We've got Ishvit over here trying to remember things and pointing things out, oh, this happened. This is, and you have
Usually helpful anecdotes.
Yeah, Laplace is actually secretly impressed with like how much knowledge Ishvit has, even if she doesn't know how to tap into it. She's clearly absorbed knowledge like a sponge.
It's one of those things. Ishvit has a lot of knowledge, but isn't aware of having it, but actually knows quite a bit about some of these. And it keeps indicating to... I have too many tabs open on my computer. Help. Keeps indicating to Lithyen where, that wire should really be over there. This is all wrong. And of course Tavin is here doing his interface thing with the computer. And you, Laplace, are of course using what knowledge you've gleaned from your patron, and as much as you can glean from this metallic ball to examine this information. Now, the error logs in the system go back years, and examining the date codes on them, you can see, the error message started when Remnant's Fury started. The dates match up.
Like the exact date?
The exact date. Well, yes. I'm just going to say yes.
I'm going to say that tracks because that's when the motherboard.
Yeah, and if they had remnants in here working to fix the machinery.
And then the thing came back up and has not. And out of character sounds like it's been power cycling. So
yeah.
So that makes sense.
So yes, it did. You're examining these date codes, and they aren't quite the same as what's used in modern parlance, but you can see these dates line up with the Remnant's Fury, and then you see the system came back on sometime after the Remnant's Fury and has been operating in like a low power mode while it's tried to repair itself. There's a list of like different repair technologies, repair systems, and it's a list that goes on and on with like red text that indicates it's not working.
Makes sense. And a lot of it's probably SMAN.
Yeah. And you just have the little ball bouncing up and down at your feet. And you go on. So recently it has started, the repairs have reached a point slowly over the past couple of years where it's tried to power up fully, but the power system is clearly not capable of supporting it. So it's gotten stuck in this cycle, trying to pull itself up to full power, but there's too much damage to its power system to come online and stay online.
Is there a windmill we need to fix?
If there is, we picked the wrong way in.
Yeah.
Is there
an underground windmill?
Yes.
Is there any sort of, while Laplace is messing around inside his iPad terminal, is there can you search for a way if there's a water supposed to be coming through here and powering anything? Is there a generator like that in this facility?
Yeah, water
not
wheel.
getting the power.
Yeah, it sounds like the obvious solution would be to look for things that are offline, like power sources that are offline. So let's try to narrow it down to that.
Yeah, is there a way to like trace where it's not?
You go through this data and you do find a schematic of the facility, and it's very large. But underground, there are some kind of power generation, a generator maybe like Lithyen is saying, the water flowing through.
Underground windmill.
Yeah.
Yep. We have water
obviously.
Didn't do much.
And when you first came in, you could indeed hear water. That's not marked on this diagram, but yes, there should be power coming from these underground generators. And you see that all but one of them is currently marked in red on the map.
I'll kind of point. I'll say, all right, I think these are our culprits. We need to, whatever these are, we need to figure out how to fix them. At the very least, figure out that that's what's wrong, and then maybe tell the prophet, and then maybe she can send a mechanic.
We could bring the robot
a
out
technomancer.
Yeah, grab Guilty Spark and let's see.
Grab what?
Guilty spark.
Guilty Spark 3
in-
for free.
Yeah, in Halo, when in one of the ironically in one of the flood bases, or Master Chief encounters a little robot, and his name is Guilty Spark, and it's not a spoiler because this game's 20 years old. It tries to kill you.
Oh.
It poses as helpful at first, and then it's
Oh.
It's not at all familiar.
nope.
It's like the robot that tricks you in Portal 2 to
Yep.
putting its head instead of GLaDOS.
Yeah, so I'll show Wheatley the schematic and see if he can guide us towards the towards where we're heading. Okay.
It bounces. I mean, it doesn't have eyes, but it
That's
rolls
true.
over to the schematic.
I'm definitely
Like it's
showing the
examining
schematic
it?
to a ball. Oh dear.
And then it bounces and rolls away out a different entrance, and
We should follow it. It might be going where we're going.
it heads towards you think the center of the facility, and hits a spiral staircase going down, which it starts awkwardly climbing down.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
It does.
bonk.
Sneaky.
It does.
Is there a space in the center where a person could just take a rope down?
Oh, you could if you wanted to. Yes, because there's an open space in the center of the spiral that perhaps you could climb through, and yeah, you could use a roll of some kind, an agility roll.
I've got my grappling tools, and well, my Arcanus is basically a grappling tool.
I'll give you advantage on this because you have lots of experience climbing and going up and down.
And I have an ability that gives me advantage on it anyway, so it is d6 rolling my d12s, right? 19 plus. So that's 23 with...
Okay, that is plenty to safely descend. You use your grappling hook to hang on at the top and climb your way down gradually. You're definitely the first one down. Everyone else, this ball is, it's thunk, thunk, thunk. It's moving pretty slowly. And so it's like the ball in the middle of the stairs and everyone else going 1 step, 2 steps, 3. You just making your way down.
Pick it up and help it along.
That's up to anyone else.
I mean, we're following it, so I gotta let it keep going.
So you do eventually reach the bottom of the stairs with this ball, which leads you into just a massive open chamber where you have you see water flowing through a channel it's a very constructed channel. You're not on like a natural river anymore. Water flowing through these generators of some kind placed in the middle, spanning these channels. Most of them have been smashed in some way. There are again the remains of robots, larger robots than this ball, that have maybe torn at these things, or so you do again. The chamber has a lot of damage. And the last one, the one that was not marked in red on the map, is there's a panel next to it that's flickering. And the flickering is like in line with the hums of the motherboard, which they're increasingly loud down here, but there's also just one of them working. You can't imagine what this would be like if everything was online. And I'm going to say there are like maybe a dozen of these things all in a row along the base of the motherboard, or below the motherboard along this channel.
I think Tavin wants to approach the last flickering terminal.
Okay.
Is there anything? Is it just like blank flickering, or is there anything in code that appears on the screen?
Let's see. Make an instinct roll.
That is a 6 with
fear. That's not your best roll. This is what happens when everyone burns good rolls at the beginning of the game. So there's definitely patterns of code on here, but you're just not understanding. But you do see in the water, you're looking up and down this row of generators, and you see the previous one, like the next one down the line, one of its panels or blades has come off and been pushed by the current up to this one.
Hold on, where is this blade now?
Is it blocking another one?
Yeah.
Is it blocking something?
It is pressed up against this generator on like right at the water line.
Okay, I want to use my sharp as ice thing, but I'm going to try to look at all this and figure out like how would I like is that like how do I get it out? Like could I pull it out, or would I need to stop something from moving, or is the water current too hard? Just trying to understand what I should do here.
Okay, I will say you can give me an instinct roll because you're doing this. You could do knowledge, but I don't think your knowledge is very good. Give me an instinct roll. You're kind of using what you have learned, what you remember, what you've seen in the past of ancient machinery.
Okay, 3 on the fear and 12 on the hope, so that's 15 plus 2. That's 17.
That is good enough. So you see all of these machines, they have like flat panels that go under the water. You go up and down this row of things. And between these panels are blades or something that spin. And most of them, these are very large machines. They go very deep into the water. And most of them have been damaged to where the panels have been pushed out of alignment. Most of them, the blades may not be spinning or maybe out of place. And so they're blocking water instead of letting it through. And down to this one, this panel or blade that's come off the previous one is blocking the water flow to this guy. You think you might just, if this one is still working, you think you might just be able to remove the panel and the water flow might might provide enough power.
All right. How far is it within my reach? Keep in mind, my reach is way more than anybody else's reach.
You can borrow my grappling tools too if you need to.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like it's in your reach, but it's also a very large panel. So yeah, grappling tools is a great idea to use to maybe grab onto it and maybe lift it. Maybe we could work together. Maybe
I'll use my thorn grip, so you take my spare tools.
I can fly over to secure it and help lift from that area right above it.
Okay, that makes sense.
This either sounds like a group action or a tag team roll.
This does sound like a group action. I mean, tag team roll requires someone to spend 3 hope to initiate it.
I'll spend 3 hope.
Tag team roll requires everyone involved to spend 3 hope to initiate it.
Yeah, I feel like this is maybe more of a group action where everyone is rolling and someone is leading the action.
Yeah, I'll get involved in this somehow.
And I feel like Ishvit is leading here. Came up with this idea that maybe we can lift this panel out.
Seems like
agreed.
Okay, so I'm using the spare tools. We're having. I know your name's Tavin, but I can't say it. You're flying over to attach the grappling stuff to it, and then we're gonna coordinate to pull up. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Lithyen is also going to use her device thing to shoot chains over. The thing you grapple people with. Are you doing that?
Yeah, I can use them as either a bludgeoning weapon or as hooks.
Okay, so you're putting hooks.
So yeah, you're.
Yeah, and then do a good old goat kick.
All right. Gonna roll then.
And Laplace, what are you doing to contribute to this?
Is there some way? So I don't have a lot in the way of brute strength. Some way I can take this, apply physics to basically lever it to multiple.
Actually, can you make sure if you're making sure I have a way to stay up, because right now if this thing's too heavy or whatever, I'm going to end up pulling myself into the water.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
So if you could like
Maybe
rope me off.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got a rope. I'll try to like tie part of it around Ishvit and then like try to anchor it to something the other half. And that sounds good.
Do it to one of the
Yeah,
terminals.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of big, heavy machinery in here. You don't know what it was used for. But yeah, you can find something large to tie the rope off to.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's
All
that's probably finesse for me, so I'm not adding anything to it. But I will reactions ability to mark a stress, so I get a reaction.
Okay.
So
So yes.
So we all make a reaction roll using the stat we picked, and each one that succeeds will give Ishvit +1. Each one of us that fails.
Okay, that is a failure.
I'm not helping.
17.
That's a success. So there's +0 right now. Nick, that's a success. So +1 on what I assume will be a strength roll.
Yeah, I figured strength.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I actually had a camera pointed at my dice. 1 on fear, 1 on hope.
Wow! Critical, baby.
Oh, that is incredible. So, yes, you're hanging on to this grappling chain that Lithyen had managed to hook around it, and you're pulling, and it's like you're slipping towards it, and you just think, I'm not gonna be beaten by this stupid panel in the water. I'm not letting this defeat me. I'm a giant. I can do this. This is my thing. And you just focus up, and you just pull until it's hauled out of the water, and you have Tavin up there helping to kind of guide it and bring it back onto the platform you're on.
He's flapping away too.
Yeah, it's an effort, and I imagine everyone is trying to help pull, but not everyone here is very strong. So you pull this out and up, and as you do, the water flow comes back. You start to hear this humming of this thing, of this system powering up. Whereas it was previously, it was doing that up, down, quiet. It's a steady buzz, and it goes up, 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 and then it levels off. And the lights in the room stop flickering.
Yay.
They aren't all on, but the ones that are on are no longer flickering. And your little ball guy is bouncing up and down.
I think it's happy.
I was going to say it does that when it's happy, but it kind of does that for everything. But it does it more when it's happy.
It's an all kind of bounce, I guess.
Is it a good bounce? Can we still check the schematic diagram on the on the iPad?
Yes.
On the legally distinct iPad.
Actually, turned out it's an Amazon Fire.
No.
So yes, you pull up your tablet, completely generic, normal, unbranded tablet, and you do see this one is lit up in green now. The rest are still in red, but this does seem like it's enough to generate power from the facility. Behind you, you hear a terminal powering up, that just little whine as something turns on and powers up.
Okay.
And as you all turn towards the sound, and the ball rolls over to it, you kind of bumping against the terminal, a projection appears above it. And it flickers a little. At first, it's a Qatari, then it's an elf. It's like an image of a person. And it flickers, and you hear it making those shrieking noises, like the dial-up modem sounds.
Right.
And yeah, because that's what it does. It flickers until it turns into an image of a giant, a 3-eyed giant, looking down at you. It does some more shrieking.
Oh,
and then it says,
this feels like.
Yeah, it's up on a like it's displayed on top of the terminal. So it's like full-grown giant size, but it's projected on top of it. It's looking down at everyone, like way down. And it says, "Thank you, powering up."
think I'm actually startled to hear it speak the common tongue since it just tried to communicate in code.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that's the most jarring thing about.
Yes, it spent a while making shrieking noises and flickering, and then it flipped around into just standard speech. And I am going to say, because we've been at this for a while, that this is where our story ends. You have powered the motherboard back up in some form or another. You have discovered some new kind of ancient technology that you did not know existed. I'm not sure if any of you have seen holograms of this nature before. And new mysteries.
And we got shiny robot ball.
Yeah.
You did meet a shiny robot ball, lonely, trying to repair this facility by itself. And it's just a little guy in a big world.
Little guy. Okay. Well, that's a good place. Thanks, Liz. Appreciate you running it for us.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
This is something that could continue a long time, but that's kind of the stopping point for now. You can just imagine future adventures might be on the horizon. So thank you all for showing up and playing this game and bringing all of your weird ideas and magic users to this non-magical world that we live in.
Yeah.
I explained your own powers. Science.
It's fun. It's fun to do weird things. We have had we have been playing Daggerheart, the release version of the game. We have had 2 playtest classes in here, with Matt playing a fighter and Phil playing a warlock. So that was an interesting twist, because we couldn't just play a brand new game. We had to play a brand new game that already has playtest classes out there to make it even more weird. So Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for playing. Anyone has any closing things they'd like to add?
Nope.
Then I think
running it, Liz.
Yeah,
thank you.
I had some thoughts about the character creation system that we didn't really get into in the system. I liked that it was collaborative. Like you're actually helping each other build their character.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And one of the things that's really neat in Daggerheart that we didn't really do is that it has a system that encourages you to all build the world, to add places and locations and things to it. We didn't really get into that because we're playing a one-shot, but it encourages collaboration and collaborative storytelling in different ways.
I put a haunted mine in there.
Yeah, we have some.
There was a haunted mine. It's true.
It's not really that we didn't do it so much as you don't really get unless you set the one shot directly in a place that we had. You really touch on those places. We've got Redcanyon. We've got the Sanctum of Knowledge, aka
Sanctum of Knowledge,
haunted mine full of frozen dwarves.
Yep.
So yes, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone to playing, and that is it.
Blizzard Watch is made possible due to the generous contributions at patreon.com/blizzardwatch. Your continued support means that this podcast site and community is able to thrive and grow. Blizzard Watch supporters enjoy exclusive benefits like early access to the podcast, a better chance at having your question answered on our podcast with a queue, and an ads-free site experience. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.